Hi everyone, Chris Boule here from Esperlux, coming to you from the beautiful Reuge Hotel in Geneva for Watches and Wonders 2023. This is an exciting time for us all, and I have the pleasure of welcoming Pierre-Jacques, CEO of DeBethune, one of my favorite brands. How are you?
Chris, I'm perfect. Thank you very much for being here today, and a real pleasure to welcome Esperlux, as you are one of the more accurate and expert in high watchmaking, and really thanks to you to pass seeing DeBethune today.
I'm worried about the rest of the industry if I'm an expert in high watchmaking. But a lot of cool stuff, a lot of it's some interesting news as well. Maybe we start by chatting a little bit about a reissue or a really cool...
I will not say a reissue, because for the DB8, I will speak about the beginning of the journey of the Bethune. It's also something that Denis was really want to finish. As you know, the DB8 originally didn't have the in-house movement at that time.
So that was the THA movement that was being used at the time?
Yes, and then he really wanted to develop his own monopusher with a minute counter at 6 o'clock.
So we've got an introduction of a brand new caliber,
yes,
the 31st caliber from DeBethune.
Monopusher chronograph with an instant minute.
And the first iteration of this, obviously we can see the beautiful bullet style lugs with this case. Polished titanium?
High polished titanium.
In line with DeBethune's identity and DNA.
Exactly. A 60-minute counter on the chronograph. In the previous one, you had a 45-minute counter at 6 o'clock, and you will really see all the Bethune aesthetic code and value.
And then in terms of the dial, we're now incorporating silvered hand guilloche dial with the beautiful blued hands. Those are steel or also titanium?
Blue steel,
right.
Yes.
And then, of course, the exceptional mirror polishing finish on all the bridges of the chronograph caliber.
Très tiré, finishing, and also but all the interior anglage.
As we all know, DeBethune has been avant-garde watchmaking, contemporary-looking aesthetic. This is sort of a...
It's really the true personality of DeBethune. In one sense, very classic, inspired by the watchmaker of 18th century.
Yeah.
But if you look also the architecture of the movement. Is something completely different and much more avant-garde.
Which is really what DeBethune's all about. Now, are we also incorporating the in-house balance wheel with the...
Yes, you have the titanium with the weight, white gold weight. You have the silicon escapement also.
Also developed by DeBethune and by Denis.
Yes.
How many pieces will be made?
And we say that this year we're going to make probably 15 pieces.
15 pieces.
It's really limited by production, but we will not limit this caliber, because we didn't develop a brand new caliber to make only 15 pieces.
Sure, no, absolutely. So, less than 300 watches a year.
It's much more or less. Yeah. To 2022, we was expecting to produce 250 watch, but in the end we will produce only 207 watch.
You have to wait for all good things, right?
Yeah, yes, but not forever.
There you go. And this year we have the pleasure of seeing the Swizz Beatz Season 2 collaboration, a take on the old DBD.
DBD, but actually Swizz Beatz. He was fascinated by the complication of this watch, beautiful annual calendar in line with a jumping hours and a minute disc. His wish was to have something a bit more colorful, to go to the zirconium case.
That's right. So and that's the first time that this DBD has been introduced in the zirconium case.
Yes, and also he wanted to see the movement, the mechanism. If you remember, on the back of the original DBD, you had a constellation with the moon phase. So we had to change.
So now we've switched it up, and what we see here is the Côte de Bethune. We see the beautiful balance bridge, the triple parachute shock absorbing system, the innovative balance wheel, and also the innovative silicon escapement that are all being used in this piece. It's really cool. And then, of course, this beautiful color. Would you call that a burgundy?
I would say yes, burgundy. Important also to notice that the color, when you oxidize the zirconium, it became dark gray. Like this. It's not completely black, and it's not a PVD or DLC or any kind of...
This is the natural color of the metal.
Of the metal when you oxidize.
And in line with Denis Flageolet's, because he's a wizard at metallurgy and the bluing and the heating and the working and the forging of all things metals. Very cool. 13 pieces that sold out.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
why we choose 13 and not 20 and not 25. It was the choice of Swizz Beatz because he born 13 September, probably 2000 something, because he's so young.
Lastly, I want to talk about recent news that came out where DeBethune has recently acquired majority of Reuge, a storied company, a storied maison that has manufactured music boxes.
Yes.
Up in Sainte-Croix, not too far away from L'Auberçon, where DeBethune's factory is. It seems like this is a synergetic collaboration. There's definitely a lot of creativity to be provided from this collaboration. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what we can expect to see from this collaboration and this partnership?
So yes, it's true that we acquired the jewel of the musical art of mechanic called Reuge, specialized in a music box, but also in singing birds of other incredible objects. And why we did this? Because Denis Flageolet, at the beginning of his career, he started by the art of mechanic for Cartier, for Breguet, for Van Cleef, for special collectors. And we think that there is a lot of synergy between mechanic of art and horlogery. It's just maybe different size, but everything is about mechanic, craftsmanship, beauty, and it's really a savoir-faire that we have to keep in the Valais, and it was really important for us to do something together.
Beautiful. Well, I think we're all looking forward to see what you guys are going to be working on next with Reuge, and also for the future of DeBethune. Really exciting stuff. Obviously, a ton of demand, and hopefully you guys continue to provide us with some beautiful creative work in the workshops and from Denis' mad mastermind. So
it's full of ideas, and of course we need a little bit time to introduce our
be running on all cylinders.
Yes, but you can already see that on the first month of this new chapter, the new bird cage of the Bethune, you will see that it gives freedom to the bird to fly away from the cage. It's much more organic, and you have also the time.
That's right.
That is different. So
that's right.
Many creations are already in work.
Pierre-Jacques, thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris. It was
always a pleasure to see you.
Hey
guys, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the upcoming videos from the show and all new upcoming Esperlux videos. Thanks again. See you soon.